Hello everyone, I'm Lira, and I'm from China, and my Chinese name is Siqing. I'm from class 242 of English. Chinese culture is profound and extensive. I will choose three aspects to explain in combination with Hofstede and Trumpner series. Part 1 is power distance. China has a relatively high power distance index, which I believe is related to its long-standing historical traditions. In ancient China, especially during the Qin dynasty, power was highly centralized. The renowned Emperor Qin Shi Huang implemented a series of measures to unify the country and centralize power. This move has had a lasting impact on China up to the present day. I will use examples from the COVID-19 pandemic to illustrate China's power distance. During the pandemic, according to implied statistics, after the central pandemic prevention instructions were issued, the average response time of 31 provincial administrative regions was only 2.4 hours. At the same time, it took only 20 days for China's health code system to reach 1.4 billion people. These examples all demonstrated the strong penetration of central power in China and reflected the highly efficient Chinese management system. Part 2 is the individualism and collectivism. Although I shoot this video alone, I still can't help but talk about the relationship between Hofstede and the Trumpner series on individualism and collectivism and Chinese culture. I think that China during the pandemic period that I mentioned earlier is a very good example of Chinese collectivism. During the pandemic, the Chinese people demonstrated a unity that shocked the world. People united to fight against the novels. Coronavirus community residents united and actively respond to national policies, reducing going out, wearing masks, and conducting regular nucleic acid tests. Medical staff united and rushed to dangerous places to save lives, and were called the most beautiful reverse travelers. Therefore, although China has a large population, the epidemic did not cause large-scale damage. Ultimately, it was because the Chinese people united to fight against the epidemic. All of the above also precisely reflects the Chinese culture of unity is strength in ancient China. People stand up the proverbs, many hands make light work, and many hands are better than one, which reflect the spirit of unity in Chinese culture. This is also one of the connotations of the Chinese national spirit. Of course, this is also closely related to the benevolence and the unity advocated in Confucianism. The male-dominated culture tends to emphasize competition and achievement. However, I believe that China leans more towards masculinity aspects as per Hofstede and Trumpner's series. This is evident in many aspects. To make it earlier for you to understand, I will still use the example of the COVID-19 pandemic. During the pandemic, the Huoshanshan Hospital in China shocked the world not because of its advanced technology, but because of its extremely fast construction speed. It was completed in just 10 days, demonstrating the competitiveness embodied in Chinese culture and the male-dominated culture. The above is the Chinese culture I presented to you based on Hofstede and the Trumpner series. There might be some limitation in my presentation, but this is my perception of China and the embodiment of Chinese culture in my mind. Thank you all for watching, and thank you, Mr. Luke, for your guidance on my oral skills throughout this semester. That's all. 拜拜。